Hi and welcome back to my channel. So today you're probably wondering, why do I have two sweet potatoes in my hand? I want to share with you a great recipe that involves two dips. Dip number one is with the sweet potato, and the second dip that goes with it is a broccoli salsa verde. So let me begin by cutting these into small pieces and cubing it, and then we're going to head into the kitchen to lightly fry them up. Let's start by cutting up the sweet potato into pieces, and once we've done that, we're going to cube it and then put it on a nice little frying pan. You don't have to be too particular about the size of these, because they're going to go in this little mini food processor, and to just make it into a nice paste. So let's do it like that. Flip him. Flip him. Okay, I've done in half. Okay, let's just stop there. I'll do the other one off camera, and we'll start cooking this beautiful sweet potato. Okay, so the two medium-sized sweet potatoes have been nicely cubed into small pieces, and we're going to just drizzle that with about 2 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil, and give this a little stir. I just turned on the heat. It's going to take a couple minutes, and we're only going to lightly fry this for 5 minutes, and then we're going to take it off the heat and let it cool off, so we can put it in my mini food processor. So the carrots have finished cooking, took about 5 minutes. I just want to mention the extra virgin olive oil I'm using was meant for salads and grilled veggies, and this is really mild oil, but ideally you should use a neutral oil just like this here, like avocado oil or canola or grapeseed oil will do as well. And so let's get this off the burner and turn off the heat. Give them a light little fry, or sorry, a stir. Okay, to go with the sweet potatoes that are cooling off in the kitchen, we're going to cut up this head of broccoli, and we're going to be using all parts of this. So the stem has a lot of flavor in it, and as long as you cut off the tough parts at the end, it will be really, really tasty. So I think I've accomplished that. I'll just put that to the side here, and then we're going to cut these up into small pieces. Nice little teeny bite-sized pieces, and put it in a bowl. And now for the florets, same thing. We're going to use all parts of this, and that's how big they are, because we want a little bit of chunkiness in here, so we can pick it up with out of a dip. So I'm going to put this aside. that's good. So let's go on to the next ingredient. Okay, to join the broccoli in this nice little bowl is a nice small little bunch of cilantro. We're going to be using the stems, but we won't be using the roots. Just cut that off. Okay, so let's just start at the, I'm just going to take these off because I saw some debris that didn't get washed off. Now we're good. So just make these small cuts, and we'll get into the leaves, and then we'll toss that in with the broccoli. The cilantro is smelling really nice and floral, and to that I'm going to be adding a small bunch of fresh dill, and it was double that, and I'm only using like 1 inch thickness of that. And that too, we're going to be using the stems. I'll start cutting off the stems, and we'll get into the other part. So they're like 1/4 inch size, and we'll take that and drop that in with the cilantro. And last but not least is a small bunch of fresh parsley. So this too it was a big bunch, and I'm only using like an inch thick. So let's start with the stems, because the stems of the this plant and the cilantro are very sweet, tasty, and aromatic. And eating this salsa verde, you're going to be getting your good shot of vitamin C and all other kind of vitamins. And so let's pop that in, and there we go. So we'll just give that a little stir, get the broccoli all mixed in there, the cilantro, the parsley. Wow, that smells super on its own. Okay, to this we're going to be adding a good drizzle, which is perhaps like a tablespoon worth of extra virgin olive oil, and just all on the top. And then we're going to give it a couple of finger size, which is probably like a teaspoon worth of sea salt. And then we'll give that a nice little toss. And what the salt is going to do is going to draw out the water from these veggies. And we're going to let that sit for about 15 minutes, 20 minutes. So if you were making this, you know, some people are coming over to your place, whatever, I would advise make it well in advance, because you cover this, put it in the fridge, it's only going to get better. So I'm going to leave it right there and clean up my hands, let this sit, and we'll be back right after this. And the last thing I want to put in this Broccoli Salsa Verde is the rind of 1 lemon. So I'm going to microplane that and put that in on top. And then we're going to mix all that up once again. And then we're going to juice half of this lemon and then mix everything up. So try not to get into the white part and stay only to the yellow, and it won't have some of that bitterness from the white part. Oh, that's going to be so delicious. And last but not least, juice from half a lemon. I just kind of spread that all around. This thing does a fantastic job, I am telling you. So now, let's just mix all of that up. And I'm not going to cheat and take a little bite right now. I want to wait a little bit longer, and once the sweet potato has been processed, then I'll enjoy this. So again, I'm going to set this aside until the sweet potato is done. So the sweet potatoes have cooled enough, and I just want to show you this mini food processor. by Curtis Stone. And this is my little souvenir of the pandemic lockdown. I bought that in 2020 off the shopping channel. And for someone single like me, this thing is all I need. And if you're in the same situation, highly recommend it to get one of these. So all you got to do, I got a little blade at the bottom, and I am just going to spoon a little amount. I'm not sure. I've never done this recipe in this processor. I don't think I can do the whole bunch of sweet potato at once. I might have to do it in, I think I'll do it in 2 steps. So first step, and now do this, and we'll give it a little pulse. Every now and again you might have to press everything down, and because we want basically a paste, just like a mush. So if you can see that, it's not mushy enough yet. Just a little bit more. You really compact that in, maybe it'll do a better job. Yeah. You see that? It's like very mushy paste, and I'm okay with that. So I've emptied the first batch of processed sweet potato, and now I'll do the second one. And there we go. Off. Just going to compress this down. It's kind of mushy, but it's still not like the consistency of like baby food. If you have a bigger food processor with multiple blades, this might go faster, but it's going to be worth the effort. Yep, I'm good with that. Okay, let's get the last little batch, and you can see pretty much this is like a real mush. This is exactly what you want. This will make one fine, delicious dip. That's it. Now let's get the spices. The next ingredient we're going to be adding is 3 tablespoons of tahini, and this is 100% pure sesame. And typically, tahini is kind of liquidy, and you have to stir it up because you can see there's the good stuff at the bottom. So we're going to give it a good stir, and then we're going to add 3 tablespoons. So let me stir this, and we'll be right back. So the tahini has been thoroughly stirred up, and I'll add 3 tablespoons of this lovely stuff to my dip. And for those that haven't tried tahini before, it tastes similar to peanut butter, but a whole lot better if you ask me, and way healthier, and it lasts a long, long time once you open up the container. 1 tablespoon of Harissa, but don't buy this brand. This one is hot chili peppers, and I mean, I tried a bit, and it is super hot, and I don't think most people will enjoy it. After buying that product, I found this one, and it's a Moroccan-style pepper sauce, and it's mild. So if you're looking for this at your supermarket, and you're lucky to find the Mina brand, if not, just look for the word mild. And all you got to do is give this a little shake, and it's nice and red and peppery and very full of flavor. So we're going to give it one of those. We're going to give it 1 teaspoon of allspice, and I only had the big cloves, so I crushed it up by hand with my mortar and pestle, and we're going to put all that in. And next, we're going to put in 1 teaspoon of coriander. And last but not least, 1 teaspoon of cumin. So if you're familiar with making Mexican food, you're going to be familiar with that smell. So you can kind of picture what kind of flavor is going to be going into this. And as well, and this is optional, I think. Not everybody will like red chili flakes, but this is 1 teaspoon. So I'm going to give that a nice stir. And to finish this off, we're going to use half a lemon and juice that. Excellent. Give that a nice little stir so you can see the consistency. And it's, oh, like, this smells amazing. Amazing. Too bad you're not here to smell it, but I'm sure it's going to taste fantastic. So to serve this, what I would recommend is just spoon it out into a nice size dipping bowl or a soup bowl, whatever you have, and just make a little well in the middle. And I'm going to give it a little drizzle of extra virgin olive oil, and then top that off with the Broccoli Salsa Verde. Just make a nice little pile on top, nice little presentation, and as you can see, there's still quite a bit left. So this will stay fresh in the fridge for many days. And so let's do a little taste test. And there you have it. Nice broccoli dip with a broccoli salsa verde with a sweet potato dip. 2 dips in 1. And to serve it with, I'm using sourdough bread. And whatever you have on hand, like naan bread would be really good. Tostitos, some kind of corn chips, and just something, with a bit of backbone to it. And just take a nice dip and boy, the green dip is really nice. Perfect amount of oil, perfect amount of spices in the sweet potato. As with all dips, the longer you keep it in the fridge, the more intense the flavor will get. So I would keep that in the fridge at least an hour, 2 hours before you're ready to serve, and then you're good to go. So thanks for watching this video. Give me a thumbs up as always. Subscribe if you haven't already, would be appreciated. Until the next one, take care. Bye now.